The following podcast is a work of fiction, just like climate change. Just kidding. Climate change is real, you guys. It's real.
Hello, curious minds, and welcome back to A Beginner's Guide to the Occult, a podcast that is dedicated to educating all who would listen on the secret dangers of our world. And that is definitely not just an excuse for me to traipse about in the woods looking for spooky shit. I'm your host, Rebecca Morgan, and today I'll be talking to you all about another classic cryptid, the Jersey Devil. The Jersey Devil is often described as a kangaroo-like creature, with leathery wings, a horse or goat-like head, horns, short arms, cloven hooves, and a forked tail. You know, like a kangaroo. The creature is also said to be very fast, and emits a sound like a blood-curdling scream. But what is it, exactly? Where did it come from? And why does it look like somebody threw a bunch of creature parts into a bag, shook it up, and started pulling things out at random? Well, that's what I'm here to tell you, so relax, okay? This tale starts with a woman named Jane Leeds, or possibly Deborah Leeds. Her first name is unclear, but what we do know is that she was a mother, so we'll use her super appropriate nickname, Mother Leeds. According to the legend, Mother Leeds had 12 children, and upon discovering she was pregnant with her 13th, she cursed her unborn child in frustration, saying that it would be the devil. Which, to be fair, is a completely reasonable reaction to the prospect of having a 13th child. One stormy night in 1735, Mother Leeds went into labour. She was surrounded by friends as she gave birth to a normal, human-looking baby. But the baby quickly transformed into the most bizarre creature I have ever seen described in a Wikipedia article. And can I just say, thank God it transformed after it was born. Can you imagine giving birth to something with horns? And hooves? Fuck that shit. Anyway, after transforming, the Jersey Devil growled and screamed and beat everyone in the room with its forked tail before flying up the chimney and escaping into the woods, starting its life out with a powerful energy that I have to respect. Some accounts of this story are a little more violent. It's possible that instead of just a bit of a tail slap, the Jersey Devil savagely attacked the people in the house, killing several of them, including its mother, starting its life out with a very uncool energy. Not chill at all. Other versions of the story also paint Mother Leeds as a more controversial character than just a woman who was reasonably annoyed with having way too many fucking babies. Some say she was a practicing witch and that the baby's father was literally Satan. But all versions of the story agree on this. The Jersey Devil escaped into the Pine Barrens of New Jersey on the day it was born and has lived there ever since. Also, it was raining that day. Also, it looks weird as shit. The Jersey Devil lurked among the pines throughout the 18th and 19th centuries, terrorizing locals and anyone brave or stupid enough to explore the area. The creature mostly kept to its forest home, but occasionally there were reports of it causing havoc in nearby towns and cities. The most notable of these incidences occurred in the week of the 16th to the 23rd of January, 1909. It started with strange footprints in the snow being spotted all over the Delaware Valley. The footprints went through fields and backyards, under fences, and even across rooftops. Panic spread. Schools closed or suffered low attendance. Mills in the Pine Barrens were forced to close as well when workers refused to leave their homes in fear of the beast. Vigilante groups formed, roaming the area in search of the creature. There were eyewitness accounts of the Jersey Devil in Camden and Bristol. In both cities, police were said to have fired on the beast, but were unable to take it down. It was around this time that the Philadelphia Zoo put out a $10,000 reward for the creature. This prompted a number of hoaxes, including a kangaroo equipped with fake wings and claws, which was never going to work because this thing does not look like a kangaroo. Are you kidding me? Oh, it has little arms and walks on its hind legs. It must be a kangaroo. That could just as easily describe a T-Rex or any flightless bird or me when I skip arm day at the gym. Get out of here with this kangaroo comparison already. Anyway, there were numerous sightings throughout the week, including an attack on a trolley car, an attack on a social club, and one woman, a true hero, who stopped the Jersey Devil from eating her dog by hitting it with a broom until it flew away. Despite the numerous sightings and widespread hysteria, I can find no reports of anyone being killed or even injured by the beast during this week. Well, not anyone human. It was, however, a very dark period for the local chicken community. Many birds were lost in that week, taken too soon from this cruel world. Whilst nothing has come close to the sheer volume of activity seen during that week, the Jersey Devil has continued to be spotted right up till the present day. Many people believe this creature to be very real, but to others, it's nothing more than a local legend. Also, the namesake of New Jersey's NHL team. So, is it real? Is there really a demonic creature roaming the Pine Barrens of New Jersey, scaring the shit out of people and looking absolutely nothing like a kangaroo? Well, normally I'd be inclined to say yes, based on the sheer number of reported sightings, but it's important to remember that this was 1909. There was no TV, no internet, and most of the books were pretty meh. People were bored, is what I'm saying. And if I lived in a world without the wonders of the internet or the Marvel Cinematic Universe to distract me from the drudgery of my life, I might be inclined to believe some wild story too. Just tell my boss I can't come into work today because I have to wander through the forest with my hunting gear to take out a creature that is simply too strange to be allowed to exist. So in short, maybe. I could go either way on this one, but I will recommend caution to anyone living in or visiting New Jersey. Don't go into the woods unprepared. I mean, never do that, but especially not in New Jersey, okay? Anyway, take care, listeners, stay safe, and remember, if you see a weird creature, you don't necessarily have to compare it to a normal creature to get your description across. Not everything looks like something else. Just take a minute to sketch it out. Or better yet, take a fucking picture. Nobody ever takes pictures. You've all got phones with cameras on them, don't you? Take a picture. I'm begging you. Hey everyone, thank you so much for listening. If you're enjoying this podcast, you can support it by spreading it like the fucking plague. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your therapist, or you can support the show on Patreon. That'll work too. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Rachel Fukar if you would like to see pictures of my dumb face or tweets about how unbearably hot it is in Australia. That's all for this unnecessarily long outro. Have an excellent day, and I will see you next week.